I learned about reading realistic fiction with illustrations. Realistic fiction stories are made up but could happen in real life. Illustrations are decorations or visual explanations of a text. There are many ways to illustrate a person, place, event, or story. Authors sometimes don't explain everything that you need to know in a story, so you need to make guesses, which are also called inferences, about what happens and why it happens. In this story, it says Devon loves watching her sister make slime, and she thinks that Rosie has a gift for coming up with the best slime ideas. When people think you have a gift for doing something well, it usually means they admire you, so you can infer that Devon looks up to and admires her sister. An example of realistic fiction is Penny and her marble. Penny finds a beautiful blue marble on the sidewalk in front of her neighbor's house. She takes it home, but feels guilty about stealing it and not returning it to her neighbor. Finally, she returns the marble and her neighbor tells her she can keep it. A pronghorn is a type of antelope which lives in western and central North America. The West is a region in the western United States that lies mostly west of the Great Plains, which are a broad expanse of flat land in North America. Central America is the region of North America located between the southern border of Mexico and the northwest border of Colombia, which is in South America. Spoonerisms. Reverend William Spooner was an educator and clergyman in England. He became famous for his creative and humorous mistakes while teaching at a college. Once, instead of saying the words conquering kings, he said kinkering kongs. Reverend Spooner deliberately made these mistakes to make his sermons and lectures more interesting. Once he admonished a lazy student by stating, "You have tasted 2 whole worms." What he meant, of course, was, "You have wasted 2 whole terms." He was once alarmed when he saw a student fighting a liar. What he really meant was lighting a fire. Other sayings he credited with include, "Let me sew you to your sheet." Brackets, "Let me show you to your seat." "You are occupying my pie." Brackets, "You are occupying my pew." Reverend Spooner's students themselves soon began inventing their own humorous mistakes and called them Spoonerisms. An example of a Spoonerism is "go and shake a tower." The meaning is go and take a shower. Another example of a Spoonerism is "I'm a damp stealer," which means I'm a stamp dealer. I practiced showing fractions. Fractions represent the parts of a whole or collection of objects. A fraction has 2 parts. The number on the top of the line is called the numerator. It tells how many equal parts of the whole or collection are taken. The number below the line is called the denominator. It shows how many equal parts there are. In this question, I counted the equal parts of this shape. There are 2 equal parts. Then I counted the coloured part. There is only 1 coloured part. 1 out of the 2 parts are coloured. This shape shows the fraction 1 over 2. This shape shows the fraction 1 over 9. This shape shows the fraction 1 over 5, and this shape shows the fraction 1 over 11. This circle is cut into 8 equal parts, so the denominator should be 8 because the denominator tells how many equal parts there are. Now I am going to shade 5 of the 8 equal parts. So the numerator should be 5 because the numerator tells how many equal parts are taken. So the fraction is 5 over 8. Quarter to times on analog clocks. There are 15 minutes in a quarter of an hour. 15 minutes is a quarter of the way around the clock face. There are 30 minutes in half an hour. 30 minutes is half the way around the clock face. There are 45 minutes in 3/4 of an hour. 45 minutes is 3/4 of the way around the clock face. When the minute hand is 3/4 of an hour past the o'clock, there is only 1/4 of an hour to go till the next o'clock. This is why we say quarter to the hour rather than 3/4 past the hour. For example, this clock shows the time as 45 minutes past 5, which we say as 5:45. The time on this analog clock face is 11:45 because the long hand, which is called the minute hand, is 3/4 of an hour past 11 o'clock. So there is only 1/4 of an hour to go till 12 o'clock. And the shorthand, which is called the hour hand, is almost pointing straight at the 12. The dragon on the right inspired me to draw the ice dragon on the left, and I chose the theme of Alaska to be my background for the drawing.สวัสดีค่ะทุกคนหนูชื่ออเมเลียค่ะหนูอายุ9 ขวบค่ะหนูเรียนที่บ้านค่ะชุดนักเรียนของหนูเป็นชุดธรรมดาอยู่บ้านค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ I'm going to do 46. A tisket, a tasket. The tempo for this song is moderato, which means moderately loud.
Tisket, a tasket.